This is the EBKAROCY Electric Bike. It's hard not to be impressed. It's got this compact but sturdy shape with a modern, almost futuristic design. The frame feels solid and it's made from high-carbon steel, which, from my experience, gives me confidence in its durability and safety. The 14-inch wheels might look small at first, but for city commutes, that compact size means better handling and easier storage in tight spaces. I remember my first thought was, is this really going to be enough for city riding? But after a week of riding, I can say it absolutely is. Let me get right into some key features that made this bike stand out for me. The motor is rated at 400 watts. For anyone new to e-bikes, that basically means you're getting enough power to easily move through traffic and even conquer some hills. My own commute throws a few pretty steep slopes at me, and this EBKAROCY gets up them without making me break a sweat. The top speed reaches about 22 miles per hour, and as someone who's used to regular bicycles and scooters, I find this more than fast enough for everyday city riding. Talking about range, the removable 48-volt 15 Ah battery can go up to around 32 miles on a full charge, at least according to the specs. From my experience, riding at different speeds using assist on more challenging routes, I get close to that number, especially if I keep my riding style moderate. What's really convenient is the fact that you can easily remove the battery and charge it either at your desk or at home. If you lift up the seat, the battery slides right out, and you only need to unlock it with a key. I've found this super helpful when I need to top up midday at work, plus having a lockable battery adds peace of mind when parking the bike outside. In my opinion, one of the most important features for e-bikes is comfort. The EBKAROCY does a pretty good job here. It has a multi-shock absorption design with hydraulic shocks and double springs under the seat, which means even on rough pavement, you're not bouncing all over the place. I rode over cobblestones and potholes and was surprised by how smooth it felt. The saddle is made of high-density foam and has just enough give to keep me comfortable even on longer trips. For someone like me who tends to get back pain from firmer bike seats, I'd say the saddle is one of the unexpected highlights. Let's talk about safety for a second. This bike has both front and rear disc brakes, and they're controlled with hand levers that are smooth and responsive. If you need to stop quickly, the brakes have your back. No long skidding or worrying if you can stop in time. There are bright headlights in the front and tail lights in the back, which also have turn blinkers. Early morning and late evening rides feel much safer with these lights, and the blinkers are a simple way to alert drivers and other riders when you're making a turn. EBKAROCY even includes an alarm system with a key fob that lets you lock the battery and activate an anti-theft alarm. Once, I forgot to disable the alarm before moving the bike, and it made a pretty loud sound, so I don't doubt its effectiveness. There's also a feature where the back wheel locks, making it really difficult for someone to just roll the bike away. The display shows your speed, mileage for the trip, and battery level. It's simple and easy to read, which I appreciate. Sometimes less is more. There's also a small phone holder and even a USB charger. I didn't expect much from such a compact charger, but it actually does the job. Handy for those times my phone is low during a ride. I'd recommend this for people who need a reliable city commuter that doesn't take up too much space. The bike folds down pretty small, to 27 by 17 by 26 inches, and while it's not featherlight at 55 pounds, I can fold it and wheel it into my apartment or office without too much trouble. If you live in a place where space is tight, like I do, or if you take public transit part of the way, this makes things so much easier. From my experience, the assembly was mostly painless. The bike comes about 95% pre-assembled, and you just need to make a few adjustments, mainly tightening parts and making sure the tires are fully inflated. I didn't hit any major snags, although I did have to look at the manual for setting up the LCD display and adjusting the handlebars to fit my height. For those new to bikes, I'd say don't worry too much. Just take your time, and if you need to, there are plenty of online guides and videos. The only things that made me pause at first were the weight and the wheel size. At 55 pounds, this isn't the lightest e-bike. Carrying it up several flights of stairs probably isn't ideal, so if you have to do that every day, keep it in mind. Also, the 14-inch tires are pretty stable for everyday city roads, but if you're taller or need to go longer distances regularly, you might want something a bit bigger. For everyday maintenance, I basically just check the tire pressure once a week and give it a quick clean so that dirt doesn't mess up the gears or brakes. So far, everything's holding up well, and the carbon steel frame doesn't scratch easily. EBKAROCY covered the frame with a nice finish that still looks sharp after some months of commuting through wind and rain. If you're wondering who this bike is for, from my experience, it's perfect for anyone who wants a simple, reliable, and practical way to get around town. College students, people commuting to work, or even those who just want a fun way to run errands, this e-bike delivers. The ride feels stable, starts quickly, and I've never had a problem with the battery randomly cutting out or the motor losing power, which was something I worried about when I first started looking at e-bikes. In conclusion, the EBKAROCY Electric Bike is a solid option if you want convenience, a boost of power for your daily trips, and real value for the price. I appreciate how easy it is to use, even for someone who's not a bike expert, and the built-in safety features mean I don't have to stress about theft or riding at night. While it's not perfect for every situation, especially if you need to carry it up many stairs or want to go much further than 30 miles a day, it fits my needs for city life better than I expected. To learn more about the EBKAROCY Electric Bike, please check the comments section. Thank you for watching.